Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Voices of British Orthodoxy. I am, of course, Rita Laza. I hope you're all having a very wonderful day. Today is the 6th of June, as according to the old calendar, and we have three saints today, two of which are found in both the book and the group chat. And then our first saint is only found in the book. Saint Coca, also known as Saint Kuka or Kuak. Date unknown and her date is unknown. Saint Coca is the patron saint of Kilcock, from Irish Silchoca, meaning Coca's cell, in the north of County Kildare in Ireland. Whilst no reliable information on her life remains, legend has it she was a sister of St. Kevin, who we commemorated 3 days ago, back on the 3rd, and an embroiderer of church vestments, including those for St. Columba, who we actually commemorate in 3 days, on the 9th of June. Our next saint of the day is Saint Goodwill, also known as Saint Curval, and he is from the 7th century. Saint Goodwill was a Welsh bishop who founded monasteries in Devon and Cornwall. According to many sources, he is the Saint Gervil who succeeded Saint Malo as Bishop of Aleph in Brittany. His remains are enshrined in Ghent in Belgium. And the entry in the group chat goes as follows. Saint Goodwill, Gunwell, or Gunvel, was born in Wales around AD 500, being entirely devoted to religion. He collected 88 monks in a little island called Plesset, being no more than a rock surrounded by water. For some reason, he abandoned this establishment and passed by sea into Cornwall. And from thence he went into Devonshire, where he betook himself to the most holy, perfect, and useful state of solitary anchorite. And at length, however, again emerging, he sailed to Brittany, and there succeeded Saint Malo as bishop of that see. Although he is said to have even dwelt in a solitary cell and to have died there at a very advanced age, his relics have been widely distributed, and various places in France have been called by his name. Saint Goodwill is known to have been a prominent figure in the Breton church during the 6th century, from whence his relics were removed during a period of Viking activity. They were translated with due ceremony in 959 to the Abbey of Montblandin, Ghent, where subsequently his feast was kept on the 6th of June. Our final entry for today is Saint Jarlath, and he is from the 6th century as well. His entry in the book goes as follows. St. Jarlath was the first bishop of Tuam, County Galway in Ireland. After studying under St. Benignos of Armagh, who's commemorated on the 9th of November, he founded a monastery which soon attracted students from all over Ireland, including St. Brendan the Voyager, who we commemorated back on the 16th of May, and Colman of Cloyne, who we will commemorate on the 24th of November. According to the Filia Owen Guso on Gusso, Saint Jarlath was notable for his fasting and mortification and was endowed with the gift of prophecy. Saint Jarlath reposed circa AD 550. And his entry in the group chat goes as follows. Saint Jarlath of Tuam, bishop, born in Connaught about 445. About 540, Jarlath is regarded as the founder and principal patron of the Archdiocese of Tuam in Galway, Ireland. He belonged to the Conmaicne family, perhaps the most important and powerful family in Galway during that period. Having studied under Saint Benin, he founded a monastery at Clonfush, just outside of Tuam, and presided over that monastery as abbot bishop. The monastery soon attracted scholars from all parts of Ireland. The fame of Clonfush is sufficiently attested by two of its pupils, St. Brendan of Ardfert and St. Colman of Cloyne. But great teacher as he was, he went through humility to avail himself on the instruction of St. Enda at Arran, about 495. He removed to Tuam about the second decade of 6th century. St. Jarlath is included in the Second Order of Irish Saints, and on that account he must have lived to the year 540. The Philia of Angus tells us that he was noted for his fasting, watching, and mortification. 300 times by day and 300 times by night did the saint bend the knee in prayer, and he was also endowed with the gift of prophecy. His feast is kept on 6th of June, being the date of the translation of his relics to a church specifically built in his honour, adjoining the Cathedral of Tuam. His remains were encased in silver shrine, whence the church, built in the 13th century, was called Temple Naskrin, that is, the church of the shrine. The only thing left to mention is that, as I said yesterday, every day we will be promoting the pilgrimage until probably Friday the 4th of July. That is 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks Saturday. We will be doing a day in dedication to celebrate all British saints. We'll be reading the lives of some of the more important saints. We'll be chanting some of the not Akaphist, Troparians. There'll be a lot of things that'll be happening that day. Anyway, may the saints that we've mentioned today intercede for us before the righteous judge. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I do hope some of you do try and make it to this, because this is going to, hopefully, Lord willing, be a great event. Because obviously Saint Arsenios of Paris says that Orthodoxy will return to Britain when Britain venerates her saints. So yeah, we have saints, we need to venerate them, and that's kind of what we're trying to do with this event. Anyway, God bless you all. I will see you tomorrow. God bless you all, and Amen.